What's going on, guys? MD Punk here with another video. This time, this is the last NFL 2K Playmakers video, and this is something that I have been wanting to do for a couple weeks, but I have been kind of waiting till closer to the sunset date. Dear Playmakers, we made the decision to stop supporting NFL 2K Playmakers and focus our development resources on other projects. We will end service on June 30th, 2025, after which access to the game will no longer be available. Effective today, now this note is from like almost 2 months ago. We have disabled in-game purchases, and as a thank you to our fans, we are gifting all players 1,000 tokens. Thank you for your support and for playing NFL 2K Playmakers. So this video is essentially going to be me giving my thoughts on why the game is ending. So I haven't logged in since they announced it. As you can see, there's the 3 pop-ups about the game ending, and that's where it stops. There's still events going on. They're still trying to get people to play the game. I am curious to see if there's anyone I follow still playing. So we're going to look. But there is no reason to play. There hasn't been a reason to play for a minute. This event specifically, Gridiron Giants, kind of marked in my eyes, like, I just realized the video is like, we've had blank space. So sorry about that, guys. Get this fixed. Yeah, so this event was the ultimate. They have no plans to do anything new in my eyes. I thought it was very apparent that the game was heading towards its end and it was getting there quickly. This event was not fun. No one I follow is still playing the game. So there are people still playing. They don't exactly have high scores. There's people who are still trying to complete their decks and whatnot. Look, you can't access the game anymore. There's truly no point in doing it. To me, the way that I interpreted the end of this game is they had great plans for the Super Bowl. I loved that. The playoffs event was incredible. A lot of fun cards to get. Triple set coming back too late was great, but came back too late. But ultimately, it became very apparent after the Super Bowl that they had no idea how they were going to navigate their true first NFL offseason. How they were going to keep players engaged, how they were going to keep spending high to justify the game's operational costs, and clearly, based on the decision that they announced, I believe it was in May, early May or late April, to end the game, it's very clear that they were unsuccessful. And a lot of this is due to, I think, their own choices. The game started out very free-to-play friendly, which is pretty standard for mobile games that are eventually going to demand your money. But even as the game got kind of like pay to win, with the way they restructured events constantly and added items that were pay exclusive so that you would be able to hit like the top of the leaderboard. Despite that, the game was still incredibly accessible. It was still you wouldn't get number 1. You probably wouldn't get top 10 in the leaderboard, but you could get top 50. I was a light spender, and I could break top 50 in a lot of events if I really tried. But yeah, post Super Bowl, they just were regurgitating events over and over again. They brought triple set back as the last gasp. I think when that event did not do well, that is when they made the ultimate decision to pull the plug on the game. But at that point, by the time they brought back triple set, the damage was done. Okay, like I don't know if people understand if you were involved in the community for this game or not. By the time the triple set reruns came back, the damage was done for a lot of players. We were hardly playing because Gridiron Giants sucked. It sucked. We wanted a mode for our defensive players so bad. That's all we wanted. And that's what they came out with. And it was terrible. Ultimately, outside of having game changers, which was fantasy football, this game had no legs to stand on. And when there's no more football happening, it only makes sense that it was a put up or shut up moment for the devs, and they shut up. They did not put their best foot forward. They did not attempt, in my opinion, they did not attempt to earnestly make this game good in the long term. It is a damn shame. I loved this game. I was a top 100 player in this game. I have to look up where exactly I ended in Game Changers, but I'm pretty sure that I was top 100. I don't even know if they kept it. Let's see. They did. I was number 26 in the final Game Changer leaderboard. So for the whole season, I was player number 26. So it's not like I was just some dude who was, making a couple of YouTube videos about it and, half-assing it because I was wanting to make some money off the game. I don't want to make a single cent off the game. I've never made YouTube videos to make money. They are a passion project. But this is where we stand. This is the life, the world that we're in. This is the direct results of the decisions of the developers. And now it's June 21st. I'm going to upload this as soon as I'm done. NFL 2K Playmakers is over. The devs could not have fumbled this more if they tried. Because I think that they wanted to keep the game going, but they did not have the ability to navigate the NFL offseason. And really, the first writing on the wall was J-Tier should have come out during the playoffs, and it didn't. It came out after the Super Bowl and was filled to the brim with players that would have helped in Game Changers for the NFL playoffs. That was our first red flag. We didn't know it at the time because, of course, we were still months away from the game shutdown notice. But that, in of itself, truly was our biggest red flag. So thank you to everyone who's watched a NFL 2K Playmakers video that I've made. Thank you to everyone in the NFL 2K Playmakers community that I have talked to, that I've become online buddies with. I'm still in the Discord server. I always will be. Shame on these devs. Shame on Cat Daddy. I know y'all got WWE Supercard. I tried to get back into it. I did. I couldn't do it. It's too much. Well, this game ultimately didn't have enough. Crazy how two games from the same development team can have such drastically different results while being active at the same time. Changes happen in WWE. They're within Supercard within weeks. Players get traded in the NFL, and it takes 2.5 months to get those changes reflected in 2K Playmakers. And maybe there's restrictions with the NFLPA that make that difficult for them to do, but if that was the case, you never should have made the game to begin with. If you couldn't adapt to the NFL in season, you couldn't navigate the NFL off season, that is why we sit here today, 9 days away from this game being shut off, and all of us to never play it again. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting NFL 2K Playmakers videos on my channel. And I will see you all for whatever comes next.